Welcome back. I think you deserve a treat today. Well guys, it's scary water time. It's time once again to look at scary water and feel scared. You guys ready for this? Let's jump into it, shall we? Swimming in this underwater lake. Wow, so peaceful. Dude, it's bad enough if you weren't already underwater, you know? Just going into that misty soup? I would never, let alone do it while already underwater. Also, how freaking deep are you right now? Where's the surface? Can these brine pools happen in shallow water? I thought that was like a deep water thing. I don't know, the video makes it look like they're just at the bottom of the ocean, just like swimming around. Holy smokes, it's Aquaman. This river in China. Jeez, that's a river? Dude, imagine falling into that. Oh, the title. Imagine falling into that. Yeah, imagine falling into that. Yeah, it's kind of freaky. I don't like it. Whenever water's that like murky brown, it's not like the color of it affects your ability to not drown in it. But when it's brown like this, it just gives me the impression that it would be harder to swim in. I imagine that it would just be like jumping into mud, you know? It's definitely still very watery, to use a scientific term. But my brain says you'd go into this and it would be like mud. Of course, my brain's also saying, hey, it looks like the chocolate river in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, so maybe it tastes kind of good. But I mean, in that scene, that kid gets sucked through a tube, and that's claustrophobia. So it's a lose-lose. He didn't even get to drink that much chocolate milk. Oh yeah, we've seen this one before. The video cut off right there. He just like, obviously this is just a fun thing they do, right? They know what they're doing, I assume. But the way he jumps into the wave and the video ends, it's like, what happened after that? Puddle on a glacier. Oh, that ain't no puddle, partner. Jeez. It looks like a little too small to actually fall into, although it would be slippery. And I'm a skinny little guy, so if I fell into this just perfectly, as soon as you get past the lip and you can't grab the top anymore, what are you gonna grab onto? The ice? Yeah, you would pretty much just slide down this like a little death straw into what's probably an underwater cave or just like the sea. As if one of those is better or worse than the other. But yeah, I would not want to fall into that. And you know that that's deep too. Look how it's just pitch dark down at the end there. Luckily, we don't have to worry about this walking around when we're not in Antarctica or wherever this is. But what if we did? Count your blessings. Unless you do live somewhere that this is possible, in which case, move. If you need a ride, I'll come pick you up. Let's get you out of there. Oil rig like welders? What? I just feel like there has to be a better way, you know? Is he trying to weld it to the post? I don't know a lot about this, but I also feel like there has to be a better way. Even if they don't have access to it, there has to be a better way, right? We've got little flying drones now. Why do we have to send a man out here with a stick? Higgins Lake, Michigan, where the entire 34-kilometer, 21-mile shoreline features a sudden drop-off. Look at this one brave boat out there. Everyone's chilling over here in the shallow, and this one dude's like, guys, why is no one following us out here? God, that's so freaky to see. Especially because look how shallow this is. You can tell it's super shallow. Obviously now, you can tell because there's people standing in it. I meant before that, all right, smarty pants. But look at that guy way out there. This is like a few feet deep that I'm surprised there's even boats in it. And then, dude, it just drops off. Whoa. Why is it like that? It looks like the earth just fell through, you know? How deep is the deepest part? It just looks like there is nothing. But yeah, I wonder why you get such sharp drop-offs sometimes. I don't like it. I'm not interested. Michigan's beautiful though. I'll give him a point for that. Oh, is this the one where the boat goes over his head? Seen it, but jeez, yep. Oh, I forget. Did we see the propeller? Gosh, what a horrifying video. Oh, yeah, we do. I remember. Jeez. Wow. There he goes. Into the pit. A crazy thought is when you're this deep, like if you have a flashlight and you're at the bottom of wherever this is, what do you don't illuminate anything. You're in the dark, you're in the water. You don't want to illuminate anything with the flashlight because as soon as you're illuminating something with the flashlight, I mean, there's something there. I don't think you want anything to be there. It would just be like a panic tool. It'd be like a tool to support your paranoia. You'd just be waving it around madly until you manage to shine it on some sort of deep sea creature, in which case, are you happy you revealed it? I don't know, but yeah, freaky thought to think that light's sort of useless when you're just in like the open deep sea. Obviously, if you're on the sea floor, then, you know, you can see floor. But other than that, just a whole lot of spooky town. Ship in a wavy ocean. Why do I feel like it's gonna flip? Yep, there it goes. Dude, we've seen this before, I remember this one now. It just gets tossed so easily. Dang. Boom. Just like nothing. This video is kind of amusing to me because they're filming it from a helicopter. So my best guess is that maybe they rescued people on the boat with the helicopter and now it's an empty boat. Because I don't know why you'd be filming this. You're like, dang, look at this boat that's about to get absolutely rocked. At least there's people nearby to help in the case that there was people on this boat. But yeah, that's not a situation. That is not a situation you want to be in. That's wild. Is this one of those... Okay. Is this one of those CGI ones? Am I gonna get jump scared? I can't trust videos anymore. I can't trust videos. This is bad enough as is. Jeez, the constant... Yikes, okay. Real video, but I've seen so many of those videos where they add like a big old something right below them. This whole feel, the boat being way up there, with how dark the water seems, the panning down to see just how it just keeps going. That's a great thalassophobia video, guys. That's a good one. If you want to know what's scary about this, this is it. Oil rigs are endless thalassophobia fuel. Hard agree. But they're so cool. I've talked about this before. Every time I see one like this is a great one. This is one that jumps out to me as just as terrifying as it is cool. The concept of these things is so bananas to me. You've got essentially a city just propped up by a bunch of metal beams in the middle of the ocean. And you live, sleep, work, lounge on this thing. It feels so deliciously sci-fi to me, like steampunk sci-fi. There's that one city in Starfield, Neon. It's a little smaller than I would have liked, but the landing spot is like, basically, if this was a sci-fi city, there's like a little landing dock down here for your ship. I love that. It freaks me out to be reminded of the ocean being beneath you, but these like industrial sci-fi floating structures are so cool. I looked at this cake and just saw the bow of a boat sailing on the sea. Dang, what is this goofy looking frosting? This looks nasty. Definitely cake right here. But what is this? Oh goody. Mama made sludge frosting cake. The location of the Kerguelen Islands is deeply settling. Is it now? Oh, it is. They're in the middle of nowhere, dude, but surely no one lives here. I guess people live on Antarctica, so if people can live there, they can live here. I mean, this looks beautiful. However, it also looks like Skyrim DLC, and that makes it a little too scary for me. But yeah, it's just cliffs. It's just cliffs in deep water in the middle of the ocean. I'm gonna pass on that one. The first underwater photograph, 1899. I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but if he's holding the camera, then how is the picture of him? Something to think about. Jokes aside, pretty spooky. Also, couldn't you take a underwater photograph like not so deep that you need a deep sea diving suit, you know? Couldn't you just go underwater? Unless the goal wasn't just to get the first photo, but to make it a banger. Just because it's the first one doesn't mean it doesn't have to be good, right? Good for them. Turns out that to reach the hot springs on shore, you have to jump from the boat into the ocean and swim since the boat can't fit. Always read the fine print, my dudes. Oh man, can you imagine? Yeah, definitely read the fine print for that sort of thing. Can you imagine thinking you're taking a boat like to an island and then you get there and they're like, okay, now you gotta swim there. I would be most displeased, although I don't think I'd get myself into this situation because I double check that sort of thing. If there's any chance they're gonna make me get in the water, I'll know. Quarry deep, taken at depth of 100 feet or 34 meters. Down. Eeriest feel with pitch black darkness. Oh. What am I looking at here? Why does it look so organized? This is so bizarre. Is this a real video? It's all like set up, isn't it? Dude, what was that at the end there? It's like smoking. What on earth? This is so bizarre. It's not like someone dropped a bunch of stuff in the water. It's like they set it up, you know? I mean, I guess this place could have... Okay, my brain's working again. I guess this could have been here before this area was filled with water, right? If it's a quarry. Why did it take me so long to consider that? To be real, though, some of these mugs are kind of sick. This orange one's pretty cool. That one's probably cool. It's just broken. They're all pretty nice. But yeah, I don't think I want to go to the Nightmare Tea Party. I feel like that's one of the last things you expect to see on a dive like that. You're 100 feet down in pitch black water and you just see a tea party? Here we go, Europa. Time for some Europa slander. Europa is a moon of Jupiter and the 6th largest moon in the solar system. It is thought to have an ocean of salty water beneath a shell of ice that is 10 to 15 miles thick. The ocean is estimated to be 40 to 100 miles deep. This is about twice the amount of water as Earth's global ocean. Europa sucks. Boo. Too much water, too scary. Think about it. The surface sucks. You got a big old layer of salty water and ice. And then below that, you just got a bunch of pitch black dark water for miles. 100 miles to be more precise. No thanks. I'd rather go to Jupiter. And that's me knowing it's pretty much instant death to get close to Jupiter. No sea life around. Why do I feel like that's a lie? Dude. Where is this? Also, what's that? What's this? You didn't think I was gonna notice this? Suspicious shape? That's wild. It's crazy that you could be so close to land, but be in what looks like open ocean. Like, I wonder how deep it is here. Deep enough to not be able to see the bottom, or even have a hint of the bottom. But there's like land right there. Like, I could swim that far, and I would. Underwater photo I took in a very deep and murky water hole. Yikes. Yeah, I don't like that. The water does look very murky from what we can see. It looks like gelatinous almost, doesn't it? It's just so murky and dense looking. But yeah, I don't like that at all. Why would you take this photo? Underwater photo I took in a very deep and murky water hole. But why? I want to know why. Not my idea of a good time. Is this the blue hole? I always forget. There's a lot of holes of blue. There's a lot of blue holes in the ocean. But there's one that's called the blue hole. And I think this might be it, but I'm not going to look that up. But yeah, it's a big hole in the ground. Imagine being this far underwater and then going into a big hole. Scene from the game Under the Waves. I don't know if I've actually heard of this one. Oh, God. That's a big man looking fella.
Holy shit. What is that?
How have I not heard of this game? This looks horrifying.
Rise forward. Rise forward.
It's gonna grab you, bro. It's gonna move. Okay, it doesn't. That's terrifying. There's like a face off in the distance right there, too. You see that? Jeez Louise. Forest Stream. Creepy art by Vulpes Ibcolta. Sick, dude. Excellent work. I'm glad you're using your talents for evil. But actually, though, I love when people illustrate this phobia or just the creepiness of it. But yeah, scary, faceless being in a murky old pond lake thing in the scary woods. That's golden. TH Camp Shipwreck, Lake Superior. Have we seen this one before? Oh, this is a different one. Dude, the interior of old shipwrecks go so hard. These pictures aren't as good as we've seen, which feels very spoiled of me to say, but we have looked at just about every underwater photo that there is at this point. So I can compare this to other interiors of shipwrecks that I've seen. But still pretty good. But the last time we saw it, they were a lot more well lit, so you could kind of like get the illusion that they weren't underwater almost. But like these photos of things were like, oh, it's like some old like lights or something. I don't know, a door. And it's all within a ship that's also at the bottom of Lake Superior, which is way down there. Let that sink in. New Netflix movie just dropped. Oh God. Oh. Okay, but what else happens? See, I would watch this out of the sheer curiosity of how you make an entire movie about someone in a box in the middle of the ocean. I'll probably watch it and find out. I'll let you know. Just the endless blue. They're in some kind of submarine, it seems like. Or I guess like a boat that has a underwater viewing area. Either way, though. Terrifying. It's amazing that blue can look so scary. Without water in mind, blue is probably one of the most calming, nice colors, right? The fact that the ocean is blue and still so terrifying is kind of, it says something. That means something. Imagine if the ocean was like red or like yellow. Ew. Honestly, every color is at least a little bit scarier than blue. I think blue's gotta be the nicest color. I was gonna say, oh, green's nice too, but like green water is worse than blue water, I think. But yeah, blue is probably the best color it could be, and it's still terrifying. Something to think about for sure. Let's go ahead and end it there though. I feel sufficiently spooked. I hope you do too, or you just had a good time. How did you have a good time? But yeah, thanks for watching. We do these videos about once a month, so if you like this, we'll be doing it again in a month, and we've done it like 20 times before, so check out some other ones if you need more. There's plenty of this type of content on this channel if you want more. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. I got a liminal space video coming up I've been working on, so that should be soon. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Wait, how did I get over here?